guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to give you guys a brand new summon wish list in Tower of God New World. I haven't done this in a long time and there's been multiple updates to this game. There's been multiple buffs to various characters, so I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you guys an updated wish list, especially for brand new players who are just now playing the game. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn on post notification bells so that you guys can always stay tuned as I post new videos. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are new here on the channel, I have a Discord server, so if you guys have any questions, you can join the server by going to my channel description. You see the server link there, and I'll also post the server link in the comment section down below. And also, memberships are officially available on the channel, so if you want to become an official member today and support the channel, you can become a member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button, and you can basically become an official member today. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into the video. So as you guys may know, there's been multiple updates, a lot of buffs. Ignition weapon system has been introduced to the game, so there's been a lot of changes to the game and a lot of changes to certain characters. So today's video, I'm going to give you guys an updated wish list. So right now my wish list is empty because I'm basically going to give you guys like the top characters you should definitely focus on, especially if you are a brand new player. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically organize a wish list for beginner players. So the number one character that you definitely want to focus on if you are a brand new player is Hwaryun. She is like your priority. I already have her maxed out, but she is the first character you want to focus on because she is absolutely god tier at the beginning stage of the game. Like when you're just not playing the game, if you're just now starting to play Tower of God New World, Hwaryun should be your number one unit that you should definitely focus on because she will carry you in a lot of content. She will carry you in adventure mode, she will carry you in PvP, she will carry you against bosses. She's just an amazing unit overall, so Hwaryun should definitely be your top priority if you're just now playing the game. And even though you're not playing the game, if you don't have Hwaryun maxed out, you definitely want to max her out because she's just an awesome character and she's really one of the best support units in the game overall. So Hwaryun definitely should be your number one top priority. Now for our next character is going to be Yihwa. Now Yihwa, she is literally the best DPS in the game, and the reason why she's the best DPS in the game is because she has an AoE attack that can basically she can basically destroy almost every single enemy on the field with her attack and her special skill. Like her special skill is just absolutely broken. The fact that she can basically inflict defense decrease on an enemy, and I'm pretty sure the defense decrease can go up to like 60%. If I look at her passive, yeah, she basically has a defense decrease and it has like max 6 stacks, so her defense decrease is absolutely insane. So you guys definitely want to pick up Yihwa, and you definitely want to max her out because she's definitely one of the top units in terms of damage and her being able to basically place debuffs on enemy and reduce their defense. So overall, Yihwa, an amazing unit, literally the best DPS in the game, so you definitely want to pick her up. Now for the third unit that you definitely want to pick up in the game, it's another DPS character, and that is none other than Hwaryun. Now Hwaryun is an amazing unit. Like the reason why he's so good is because for one of his skills, he basically teleports around the battlefield and he just basically one-shot to everybody, like all your enemies. Like he just one-shots them. So Hwaryun, he's a really good unit. I'll say the only disadvantage for Hwaryun is that he's squishy and it's easy to kill. It's easy for him to get killed. But other than that, he is an amazing unit. If you can actually manage to basically make him survive on your team, he will do so much damage and he'll be able to basically end the battle instantly because he's just going to teleport. He's going to kill enemies instantly, and on top of that, he also has life steal, so he can basically heal himself. So Hwaryun is definitely one of the best DPS units in the game so far, besides Yihwa, because he's able to teleport and just basically take anybody down on the battlefield. So you definitely want to pick up Hwaryun for sure. Now for the fourth character, it is none other than Child and Dorsey. She is another DPS character. The reason why I say Child and Dorsey, especially for beginner players, is because Child and Dorsey, she's a good DPS unit overall, and she also has a resurrection ability in her kit. So basically when she's about to die, she can basically inflict a snake charm on an enemy, and if you're able to eliminate that enemy with the snake charm before the snake charm goes away, she'll be able to resurrect herself. So Child and Dorsey is an awesome DPS unit. She's really good. She's able to provide a energy recovery block on an enemy, so basically she can reduce the enemy's energy and basically prevent them from spamming their attacks. So she's really good against boss units like Quant, who basically spams his special skills where he's always jumping up and down and killing your killing your ally units. Child and Dorsey is definitely a good unit to use to basically slow down enemies and prevent them from using their special skills, and on top of that, she's able to do good damage. So overall, Child and Dorsey, really awesome unit. You definitely want to pick her up. Now for our last character, I would definitely say it would definitely be the brand new SSR unit. Now for this brand new SSR unit, you honestly don't need to rainbow her. Like, she doesn't require a lot of investment. Like, I'll say like the most you want out of her is probably like just purple stars or just blue stars, because the only thing that she will provide to your team is just healing, attack buff, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, all you need from her is healing, attack buff, and the energy, and that's pretty much it. So I'll say Blanc, you definitely want to pick her up as a unit, but you don't have to invest a lot into her. You can just put purple stars on her and that's it. Like, you don't have to go above that. I feel like she's good enough at purple stars. She's already doing a lot for me. So Blanc is definitely a good unit that you want to pick up, especially if you're a beginner player. If you're lacking a healer, Blanc is definitely one of the top healers in the game, because she can basically buff up a unit that's basically below 50% HP. She can place attack and defense buff on one unit who, like, if a unit's HP goes below 50%, she will buff up that unit. She'll give that unit attack and defense. So she's really good unit, and you definitely want to pick her up, but she doesn't require a lot of copies. So I'll say if you're a beginner player, you should definitely pick this wish list. For sure, you should basically put Hwaryun as your top priority. Yihwa, because she's the best DPS in the game. Hwaryun, because he's also a good DPS unit. And Child and Dorsey, another good DPS unit. And Blanc, right now, she's like the top healer in the game. So you definitely want to, you know, pick this wish list if you are a beginner player. And of course, there's other characters that are good. You could pick up Bomb. Bomb is an amazing unit, really good support unit. He's really like top tier SS tier unit, because he is like one of the best battery units in the game. If you pair him up with Yihwa, she will literally spam her special skill consistently, because Bomb is basically providing her energy. So Bomb is also another good unit that you want to pick up. Another good unit if you're a beginner player is Hats. Hats is one of the best beginner DPS units, because he's able to basically provide heals to himself. Like, if you look at his passive, he can heal himself if he lands a crit hit, and he can do really good AoE damage. Like, he can't do like a whole AoE field damage like Yihwa, but he has like a fan shaped AoE attack, and he can do some decent damage overall. I'll say he's one of the best DPS units like at the beginning phase. Like, if you're a brand new player, he's literally one of the top DPS characters, but of course later on in the game he falls off, but he's still one of the top DPS units in terms of, you know, being like one of the best DPS units in like the beginning phase of the game. So Hats, definitely awesome unit that you want to pick up. And another good unit, if you're focusing on, you know, fighting bosses, I'll definitely say Kaseya. Kaseya is definitely one of best units in terms of, you know, fighting against bosses and also one-shotting enemies. Kaseya, really good unit. If you want to swap her out with Hwaryun, or you want to swap her out with, I'll definitely say this, once you have purple stars of Blanc, you definitely want to take Blanc out and put in Kaseya, because Kaseya is literally one of the best single target damage dealers in the game, because she inflicts bleed, and on top of that, she can teleport to like the back row enemy, and she can just instantly one-shot them and just get rid of them. So Kaseya, really awesome unit. You definitely want to invest a lot into her, because she will definitely boost your account progression, because she's literally one of the best single target damage dealers in the game. So Kaseya, after you get a lot of copies of Blanc, then you want to switch Blanc out and put in Kaseya on your wish list. And the next character, I'll say if you want to focus on, you know, doing a lot of damage against bosses, I'll definitely say Vespa. Vespa doesn't require a lot of copies, but Vespa, she's a really good unit because she can basically apply that swiftness decrease on a boss. So she's really good against the Alliance boss. We're about to get the Alliance boss in a couple weeks, so if you're brand new to the game, you want to pick up Vespa because Vespa is really good against boss units. She's literally good against boss enemies because she can basically slow their swiftness, and she can also do damage over time. So Vespa, one of the best boss units overall in this game. And also another unit you want to put in your wish list is none other than Yihwa. If you basically want two healers, Yihwa is literally the best single target healer in the game. She does a lot of healing. I would say like the only difference between her and Blanc is that Blanc is able to provide that additional attack. I mean, Yihwa, she can provide additional attack increase, but it's only to red elements, and that's pretty much it. But for Blanc, she can basically provide attack increase to just one unit whose HP falls below 50%. So they're almost similar, but Yihwa, the difference is that Yihwa has single target healing, and her healing is really good. So Yihwa, you definitely want to pick her up. And she doesn't require a lot of investment. I would say like support characters, they don't require a lot of investment in this game because the only thing you need from them is healing, attack buff, and energy restoration, and that's basically it. So Yihwa is another great unit. And another good unit as well is, where is he at? I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Blanc. So if I look at Blanc, he should be on this list. This guy right here. So this guy, he is an amazing boss unit. He can do so much damage against bosses because I'm pretty sure he can pretty much lower defense. If I look over here, his attack increases, and for his special, yeah, he just has so much in his kit. This unit is just absolutely amazing against bosses, especially Quant. He's just really good. So you definitely want to pick up Blanc if you are basically focusing on bosses in this game. And another unit you also want to pick up and you're putting your wish list is Hwaryun. I would say like the only thing that I don't like about Hwaryun is that he requires so much accuracy because he misses way too much with his special skill. But if you have a lot of accuracy on him, he will literally like just absolutely destroy enemies because his attack speed is insane. He's a very fast character. So Hwaryun, definitely an amazing unit you want to pick up. He shouldn't be your priority because there's basically other DPS units that are just way better than him, but Hwaryun, he's a really awesome unit overall in terms of damage and attack speed. So Hwaryun, awesome unit. And if you're, like I said, if you're focusing on bosses in this game, this unit is not bad. Novik, he's not a bad unit. He's not the best, but he can do some pretty good damage against bosses because he can basically silence enemies, which is really nice. So he's a really good unit in terms of silencing enemies and basically CCing enemy units and not allowing them to use their attacks, which basically increases your team's survivability. So Novik, not a bad unit. He shouldn't be your top priority, but he should definitely be in your wish list if you're basically going up against bosses and you're focusing on doing a lot of damage against bosses, especially against the Alliance boss. So Novik, definitely up there. So there are a couple more units I want to talk about, but those are like the main units I wanted to talk about because they are like the cornerstone and like they're basically the main important units that will basically boost your account progression. I feel like as of to right now, the top units are 100% Hwaryun, Yihwa, Hwaryun, Child of Dorsey, Kaseya, and Blanc as of to right now because they can just do so much for your team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this wishlist was basically for beginner players and players who've basically been playing the game for a certain amount of time. So as of to right now, these are like the top units I feel like you should put in your wish list. I know like they're all DPS units, but DPS units, like if you put Yihwa on your wish list, she's just gonna clear content so easily. So this wish list really good. And I also want to talk about one more character, which is Kun Aguero. Kun Aguero, he's a pretty good character overall. If you want to paralyze enemies and prevent them from attacking, Kun Aguero is definitely a good character you want to pick up, especially for PvP. He is absolutely broken in PvP because he just shuts down enemy teams and they can't even do anything. So he's like the king of CC. Like your enemies just can't do anything because he's just going to put them to sleep. He's just basically going to paralyze them. So he's absolutely busted. So Kun Aguero, definitely top character. So those are like all the characters I recommend you guys to put on your wish list. As of right now, these are like the #1 characters. These are like the #1 characters I advise you guys to put on your wish list. And then the other units I was talking about, you definitely want to put them on your wish list, especially if you're fighting against bosses. So overall, it's pretty much the updated tier list. Right now I'm focusing on, let me go ahead and take out Hwaryun before I forget that. Let me put Blanc back in. But later on in the future, of course, the meta is going to change, but right now the characters that I just mentioned, they're literally like the top characters in the game. So yeah, you guys definitely want to use this wish list, especially if you are a beginner player. So it's pretty much the updated wish list. Put your thoughts down below in the comment section of what you guys think. Do you guys agree, disagree? I want to see y'all's opinions. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching this video. I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.